1:05 to start the second period. And power on power as Backlund's line faces off against the Tavares trio. Erik Karlsson for Michael Backlund. In comes Backlund across the line. A long shot that goes wide, and Thomas Hickey to the line, but not out. Erik Karlsson looking there for Oscar Moeller. Brought in by Karlsson. Karlsson still with it. He fired that wide. Sebastian Eriksson looks down for Oscar Moeller. That skipped away from him. Back it goes to Karlsson, who shoots off the end boards. It was actually tipped by Backlund. And DiDomenico lifts that, but not out. And that long shot from Sebastian Eriksson drifts wide. Canada hemmed in here as Colton Toomer picks it up, plays it off the glass, and maybe off Chris DiDomenico. And that'll be icing against Canada. Here's James Cybulski.
Well, I had a chance to speak to Team Canada assistant coach Guy Boucher just a few short moments ago, and boy, the rave reviews after that opening period. He called it the best defensive period of the tournament. He also said it was Canada's best period at putting pucks on net. Now, one area to be cautious for is that the Swedish defensemen are pinching, so the Canadian players are being stressed not to be caught on the pinch.
Face-off control by the Swedes. Vincent Parjavi back to Victor Hedman. Rundblad with a shot that was blocked by Zach Boychuk. Here's Hodgson, leaving it there for Cody Golobat. In for Hodgson, who managed to kick that out as Simon Halverson stepped into him. Jordan Eberle was almost in alone. Now Boychuk has to hammer it in as he tags up. 13-12, the shots on goal for Canada. Golobat with a shot. That bounces down for Eberle. He's got Hodgson in front but lost the puck. And Rundblad picks it up. He loves to go coast to coast. Rundblad through the middle. Great pass for Joachim Andersson. In front, Vincent Parjavi. Backhand shot stopped by Tokarski. That puck was up the ice in a matter of seconds. And now Subban. In with Boychuk. PK Subban shovels that in front. Boychuk skated by the puck. Now can't find it in his feet. And the Swedes send it down the Canadian zone as icing is waved off. Patrice Cormier. Lost the puck to Olstrom. And lifted out by Tyler Myers. Cormier steps into Ekblom. This is Kane with Delarivere. Kane shoots. And Markstrom makes the save on him. Kane's stick exploded on it.
Obliterated. You can try to snap it on goal.
Now Kane with a new stick. And he comes, shoots, and Markstrom will glove that.
The importance for the Swedes to accelerate the pace of the game starts with the back end. David Rundblad, you see him coming up the ice. They're not afraid to make the long stretch pass, and they do. Then it's a quality change. Elite League. The same team that gave you Henrik Zetterberg of the Detroit Red Wings. Bob McKenzie talked about it, Gord. You know, with Svensson Parjarvi, he's got great outside speed. One of the things the scouts are wondering, is he a pure finisher or not? You see how many quality chances he gets because of his speed.
Face-off was won by Sonny in that long drive from Pietrangelo, who stopped. Now a pass through the middle, and Pietrangelo sprawled. Carl Gustafsson was in behind the Canadian defense. Jamie Benn lost it. Ryan Ellis steps up for Benn. Back in front for Tyler Ennis. Try to tap that down for Sonny. Now Ellis shoots. That was blocked by Carl Gustafsson. Sebastian Eriksson. Out it goes for Persson. And Pietrangelo's back for it. And closing on him was Johansson. Pietrangelo up for Ennis to Sonny. Brett Sonny was leading the Western League in points when he left for Canada's training camp on December 11th. Erik Karlsson stripped of the puck. Now it bounces ahead. And this is Esposito to DiDomenico. DiDomenico in front for Tavares. He couldn't tap it home. Esposito steps up on Tedenby. DiDomenico comes in to help out as well, but this is Hedman. Hedman with Pettersson. Tries to feed down in front. Hickey was racing back. That hit a stray stick in there. And now Hickey ahead for DiDomenico. Through the middle for Esposito. In a race with Hedman. And Jacob Markstrom comes out to play it. Collides with Esposito. And Hedman's all over him. Markstrom down. And Hedman's throwing punches.
He's going to get a penalty. Now Canada can't get crazy. Just maintain your composure. One of the reasons why they blow this dead is in international hockey, when the goaltender loses his facial protection, they blow it dead right away. Markstrom lost his facial protection in that one-on-one race with Angelo Esposito. And that's why they blow it dead. And again, Canada's trying to get Markstrom to lose his cool, but in this situation, what's Esposito trying to do? He's trying to get the puck. He doesn't try to hit Markstrom. That's pure embellishment by Markstrom. Esposito's leg does go into the back of Markstrom, but you see Victor Hedman, watch, he tries to take Esposito's head off, then a right hand right to the head of Esposito. This will be interesting.
Both penalty box doors are closed
for now.
Victor Hedman is not known as a physical player. They call him the Swedish Pronger, but more because he's tall. He's tall.
Canadian bench really giving it to Victor Hedman right now.
And Pat Quinn having a conversation with Vyacheslav Bulanov. And Hedman can't hear you. So the temperature ratchets up a couple more degrees. And there will be no penalty.
Foot race situation for Hedman and Esposito and Markstrom. Esposito wins the race. You see Hedman can't keep up to him. And then Esposito's leg goes into the back of Markstrom. Markstrom sells it a little bit or tries to sell it, and then Hedman comes in and says to Esposito, don't touch our goalie. You can see, though, Gord, the Swedes are doing a better job coming out of their own zone now. They're able to attack with more of a push because of the back end. And it's guys like Hedman that are jumping in. It's guys like Erik Karlsson, Nicholas Torp, David Rundblad. They're difference makers for Sweden. All their offense comes from their back end.
So a bit of wildness, and now Backlund with it. And once again, it's power on power. Rundblad goes rink wide for Lasu, and that's icing against the Swedes. And among those in attendance here in Ottawa tonight is Dana Tyrell, who in the first exhibition game against the Swedes suffered a season-ending knee injury. The native of Airdrie, Alberta, who plays for Prince George of the Western League, was flown in by Hockey Canada, and the players were surprised by Tyrell when they walked into the dressing room this afternoon.
He's so respected by his teammates.
Tavares lays it down for DiDomenico. Now Esposito with it. Angelo Esposito for DiDomenico. Tavares trying to get loose in front. DiDomenico jousting there with Moeller. DiDomenico still with it. Now Esposito trying to center it. Rundblad lost his stick. Esposito scores! Angelo Esposito!
The board work of Canada coming through again, and it forces David Rundblad to break his stick. It's Chris DiDomenico on a one-on-one with Oscar Moeller, and then the rotation starts. You're going to watch number 7 in gold come over on 7 in red. The stick breaks. Angelo Esposito knows he has an avenue. High over the glove. 2-0 Canada. Esposito's best game of the tournament taking place tonight because of little plays like this. Rundblad says, give me a stick. Too late. 2-0 Canada.
Angelo Esposito scored an enormous short-handed goal against the Russians in the semifinals, and now gives Canada a 2-0 lead. That was the score last year in the gold medal game until the Swedes came back to equalize in the third period. Esposito for DiDomenico and Tavares at 4:06, and Canada has the 2-0 lead. Now here's Jordan Everly in front. That pass missed Stefan Delrobert. Myers waits and plays it in softly as his teammates tag up.
And that's set up for that. You see that situation. Torp rails out. He doesn't want to go get the puck. The Swedish defensemen have to face the glass to make a breakout.
Svensson Parjami breaks it on Hickey. Shoots Tokarski the save. The rebound cleaned up by Thomas Hickey. To the line, not out. And the Swedish player, Sebastian Eriksson, had to let it go. The player he was replacing was not yet off the ice. Bouncing puck for Svensson Parjami. He's hammered down there by Ollie. Joachim Anderson back in front for Halmerson. The pass skipped away from him. And Delaware is away for Canada. Chips it in. Gets by Erik Karlsson.
Great two-man rotation between Angelo Esposito and Chris DiDomenico on the goal. Rotating the corners. There's a broken stick for Rundblad. He wants it too late. And Esposito has that avenue to skate through. Strong protection on the puck and going to the roof for Angelo Esposito of the Juniors de Montreal.
A man who was cut 3 times by the Canadian junior team, and people said to him, why come back for a 4th? He might get cut again. And he said, as far as I'm concerned, being one of the top 35 junior players in Canada is a compliment.
You and I saw him just before the Atlanta Thrashers played the Montreal Canadiens. He was there because he's a member of the Thrashers organization now. He was all excited about the training camp that night.
Saban works his way down low and Rundblad, a centering pass. Jamie Benn with it. Benn down low.
Crease violation, Sonny.
Sonny skates through the crease, and that will be a face-off outside.